Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Benchwarmer Sports, and we are finally here at the 2023 NFL season. Legal tampering has just begun yesterday. Teams from around the league were able to work out some deals. Nothing is official until tomorrow, Wednesday, the 15th of March. But teams can start, talking about contracts, getting deals, formally agreed to. And we had a lot of them done yesterday, including today here on Tuesday, making this video. You had Jalen Ramsey getting traded to the Miami Dolphins a couple days ago. You also had Jimmy Garoppolo leaving San Francisco, going to the Las Vegas Raiders. So he's absolutely winning on all fronts there. I think it was a 3-year, $67.5 million deal on that one, which is just absolutely insane for a guy who's so injury prone and is 31 years old. But congrats to him. He also had he needs another tight end now because a couple hours ago Darren Waller just got traded from the Raiders to the Giants, only for a third-round pick, which is absolutely lunacy. You also had Aaron Rodgers. Is he going to New York or not? I think that's what we're asking. Everybody in the NFL world is asking right now. Supposedly, he has a list of potential people who he wants to get if he does go to the Jets. I think Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, Odell's on that list too. I don't know how that's going to work out, especially when you got you've got Garrett Wilson there. So I guess you got to get somebody to help him out there. Braxton Berrios is leaving. Supposedly the Jets are not going to try and trade Elijah Moore, so the Browns, supposedly are high on him, but it doesn't look like anything's going to be going on that front. They can still try, but supposedly as of right now, the New York Jets are not going to trade Elijah Moore. Only Jacoby Myers is the only receiver that got any deal done. I think he signed a 3-year, $33 million deal today. I don't remember who he signed with. I got to look. But he signed a 3-year, $33 million deal with a team today. And surprisingly, in my opinion, I'm surprised that McCole Hardman has not been picked up by anybody yet. But we've definitely seen that the wide receiver market is definitely very, very low. But the big news from yesterday with the Browns is that there have been a lot of defensive lineman signings yesterday. Especially in the realm for the Browns. Javon Hargrave, the absolute beast from the Philadelphia Eagles, really was like one of the main focal points, if not the guy, on that defensive line unit for the Philadelphia Eagles when they went to the Super Bowl. 30 years old, really, really good. Reports were coming out before Monday that he was going to be asking for somewhere around $20 million a year. Well, he did get that, but just not from the Browns. He got it from the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, the San Francisco 49ers, who with Eric Armstead, Joey Bosa, or Nick Bosa, excuse me. Joey Bosa's on the Chargers. But just that whole front seven on that team is just absolutely insane. And they just added a insanely good, probably top 3 interior defensive linemen on that team. So San Francisco is just going buck wild. They also signed Sam Darnold too. So now they got Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, and Sam Darnold as their quarterback trio, which is pretty interesting to see how that's going to work out here in the offseason or while the offseason progresses. But you also had the hometown kid, the hometown guy, Draymond Jones from Denver. A lot of puff pieces and stories were coming out about how the Browns were very high on him coming out of Denver. Mary Kay Cabot had had a couple of articles written about him about how the Browns were very high on him. Same kind of predicament and prediction that he was going to try and get 20 million, 18 to $20 million around that price range per year. Well, he had a couple of teams trying to get him, and the Browns were considered to be the top contender for him, at least one of the top contenders. Well, here last night, he shocked everybody, and he signed a 3-year, $51 million deal, or 3-year, $70 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, the Seahawks were. I don't think a lot of people were paying that much attention to him going to the Seahawks, but he gets, I think, $24 million in his first year. So the Browns lose out on their top two targets. At least the top two defensive tackle targets. And also back with Javon Hargrave. Supposedly, according to Adam Schefter, it was between the 49ers and the Browns. Those were his two picks, and he chose the 49ers. So we were, a coin flip away from getting Javon Hargrave on this team. But anyway, they do end up signing a defensive tackle, though, yesterday, which is Dalvin Tomlinson from Minnesota. Very, very, very good defensive tackle. He's pretty good at stopping the run. He's not going to be like a premier run stopper, but he's definitely a lot better than what we've had the last couple of years at defensive tackle. In my opinion, really ever since we let Sheldon Richardson go, our interior defensive lineman has been terrible. Dalvin Tomlinson definitely bolsters the interior defensive line. Reports have been coming out that the Browns are not done adding to that defensive line so far as of today. It's currently 3:40 in the afternoon as I'm recording this video for you guys. Currently, there has not been that much rumor or news going around for the Browns. But they also made another move on the defensive line, semi-defensive line, defensive end, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him. Obo Okoronkwo from the Texans, Super Bowl winning linebacker for the Rams back in 2020. Really, really, really good pass rusher. And like I've said multiple times before, if you guys have seen my Jim Schwartz video from a couple months ago, Jim Schwartz, this is all the hallmarks of Jim Schwartz right here, these two signings right here, because Okoronkwo is a really, really, really good pass rusher. He's a supremely good pass rusher. I think he was third or fourth in I think total pressure percentage rate or something like that. And I think Miles was fourth, like just a spot below him. So on paper, Okoronkwo is going to be a really, really good signing. Just is a beast getting to the quarterback. And like I've said before in my Jim Schwartz video, Jim Schwartz, his whole philosophy on defense is getting to the quarterback, okay? And like he said, if he can stop the run while also getting to the quarterback, he'll live with that. And that's why I said these two moves on the defensive line definitely remind me of, Jim Schwartz's philosophy, getting to the quarterback, stopping the run while also getting to the quarterback. That's legitimately Okoronkwo and Dalvin Tomlinson right there. Those are your two signings. Dalvin Tomlinson can stop the run, and Okoronkwo can get right to the quarterback. That's legitimately bread and butter, what Jim Schwartz always preaches. But the Browns also made a couple of other moves, pretty big moves in my opinion. Sione Takitaki coming back for another year, $2.5 million deal. I'm still, I'm not really that high on Sione Takitaki. I think he's a solid role player, but I just don't think he's going to be your every down guy. I really hope that they try and get Anthony Walker back. I think he's a really, really underrated piece of this team. I don't think anybody talks about him nearly as much as they should, in my opinion. But another big re-signing that they did was Ethan Posich, the center from last year after Nick Harris went down, that awful knee injury, I think first or second play in the first preseason game. Absolutely changed the whole trajectory and dynamic of the season. Ethan Posich came in as I think he was a signing off the practice squad for Seattle or something like that. But he gets a new deal, a 3-year, $18 million deal. $6 million a year for a center is actually really, really, really good. It's a good bargain. And the best part is that Ethan Posich is, he's shown that he can be a really good center. And he's also shown that once he goes down, he's really vital. And once he went down in the season, our run game just did not recover after he went down, I think in Miami or something like that. But really good signings by the Browns there. Like I said, there's reports that they're still looking to add on that defensive line. I think that's a really smart move. You know, personally for me, I think I would try and get somebody in the draft as well. My guy right now, I don't think you should draft a defensive tackle at 42 because I think, in my opinion, my guy in the third round is Keanu Benton. I think he's a really good, really good defensive tackle who's a great run stopper. That's what you need. You need somebody to plug the run up the middle. I think if you have Dalvin Tomlinson and Keanu Benton up in the middle, I think that's a really good defensive line. And with Obaranquo on the opposite side of Myles Garrett, both going in to get the quarterback, I think that's a really solid defensive line. I know, granted, you definitely need one more person. You know, could you look for a trade with DeForest Buckner in Indianapolis? Maybe do you look at Frank Clark, who got released from Kansas City? I mean, there's a lot of people out there still in the market. And another thing is wide receiver. Do you want to pay for a wide receiver like Mecole Hardman, who I think could be good? DJ Chark could be really good as well. Brandon Cooks is available to be traded for, which is insane. He's 29 years old. But, you know, he's available on the market. So it just depends on what the Browns want to do. Personally, I think you should trade or you should get a receiver at 42. I would be really fine with, you know, Tyler Scott from Cincinnati, Josh Downs from North Carolina. I'm like iffy about Zay Flowers. You know, Jackson Smith-Njigba could be there at 42 if he just falls enough. I don't think he's going to, but he could. But in my opinion, for me, it's got to be Josh Downs or Tyler Scott at 42. Or if you want to go defensive tackle at 42, Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims is my second guy. I love Marvin Mims. I know if you guys have watched Quincy Carrier, who's also another Browns YouTuber. If you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him. If you're a Browns fan at all, or you're a sports or you're an NFL fan in general, subscribe to Quincy Carrier. The dude's insane. But Marvin Mims, him and I both agree. Marvin Mims is an insanely underrated receiver prospect in his draft class. I mean, the guy averaged 20 yards per catch in college, which I know it's Big 12 defense, but the guy is insane. So if you don't go with a receiver at 42, he's definitely my guy in the later rounds where you should be able to pick him up. Keanu Benton is my defensive tackle guy. If you go receiver at 42, Keanu Benton at 96, if he's there, you take him no matter what. Keanu Benton, for me, is really high up on my list. But I'll definitely get into all my draft stuff when I do my mock draft later closer towards the draft. I'll do that in another video there. I'll do a couple of mock drafts just to give you guys who I'm looking at and what I think the Browns should do. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. That's what the Browns have done. That's what the league has done. That's what the biggest news that we saw from yesterday on Monday and today. Not really a lot has happened here on Tuesday. A lot of the stuff has happened on Monday. But we'll see what happens. We still got another day to go. It's 4 o'clock tomorrow. Wednesday the 15th is when the league year officially starts. That's when deals can become official. But yeah, we really haven't had anything happen that much today in terms of any deals or anything outside of like Austin Eckler finally getting permission to get a trade. But nothing has really happened today. Everything happened on Monday, but the Browns made some really good moves. I'll give them that. I know a lot of people, especially Browns fans, were absolutely overreacting on Twitter yesterday about how the Andrew Berry is too slow and doing this and this and this. No. It's fine. We've got really solid players. We already know that he's going to be looking to add more people to the defensive line. I think there are a lot of good candidates out there. Like I said, DeForest Buckner, Frank Clark, Yannick Ngakoue is out there still too. I think you still got a lot of different prospects in the draft that you can look at to shore up this, the defense and the receiver. Like I said, I'll get more into that in my mock draft videos, but everybody needs to stay calm. The Browns did a lot of good moves yesterday. They did what they needed to do. They still got more work to do, and the NFL world went crazy yesterday. There was a lot of stuff that happened yesterday. And it's a really fun time. It's a really fun time to, be an NFL fan, and just, a lot of stuff's happening. The league is shifting, and we may get another great quarterback in the AFC with Aaron Rodgers. There's going to be literally 10, 11 teams vying for 7 playoff spots. It's just going to be insane. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new and you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently at, I think, 534. So if you guys have not subscribed yet and you like sports type of content, hit that subscribe button. Like the video, and it helps us out with the algorithm, gets us, our videos to more people, gets us to a wider audience. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're going to be doing a Q&A here soon. I'll be leaving up a short for you guys to put up your questions on that. Going to be doing some NBA content here soon as well, because the NBA playoffs are just a couple of weeks away. I can't believe it. So definitely going to need to be talking about the NBA. May delve into some baseball as well. I'm definitely going to have to start talking about some baseball because opening day is only a couple weeks away as well. So if you guys are interested and you guys want to keep up with that type of content, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on so you guys are notified when I go live or if I upload a video. And yeah, I'll stop talking and I'll see you guys all in another video. Take care.